What the heck? Oh. I'm hallucinating. Right, okay. And after some considerable time, I have finished colouring in my library. This is what we're looking. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe has more spice than pumpkin in it. Hello and welcome to my December, I was about to say September, wow. December reading review. This is essentially my remake of the monthly wrap-up because wrap-ups put a lot of pressure on book reviewers to consume a lot of books in 30 days, and I don't think that testifies well to the actual quality of the work, and I think it actually isn't giving authors a very good chance for us to really understand what they're putting in front of us. So monthly reading reviews is essentially a chance for us to talk about what we read, but it doesn't have to be specifically about the amount of books that we read, more like roughly basically what we picked up, why we picked it up and how it felt. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality and how we felt it's gone. So kind of hope that makes sense. I'm actually very tired, so I am struggling to put my words together in a coherent manner, so please forgive me on that. But we're going to talk about the books that I have some read in full, some not, and just basically how I felt the month of December has gone for me personally. Straight away I can say it's gone better than I thought. I feel like that is a constant thing for me, is that I always underestimate myself and what I can manage to get done, and when the end of the month comes I'm like, oh, I did actually read quite a lot. So to start with, I'm gonna look at the... oh, I almost missed a book, dearie me. There we are, that's more accurate. I listened to The Mystery of Aura by Joy Ellis, and that was a 5-star read for me. I have not connected so personally to a book like that since Watermelon, and I can't really explain what it was about it that made me feel that way, but I really connected to the main character, Ellie, I think she was called, and I thought it was just breathtaking, and the end of the book was so good. It wasn't quite the it wasn't the ending that I thought it could be. I don't want to, like, you know, talk myself up or anything, but I actually thought of a better ending for the book that I thought would have really had readers in like a but you know, I'm not the writer, well, I am a writer, but I'm not the writer of that book, so I'm just a reader. But overall, the ending was a very good ending and I did enjoy it. I thought it summed up the book very well. I wasn't shocked by the ending, but the reason why this is a 5-star is because how it felt to me personally. I felt, like I said, very connected to Ellie, and I felt like the way Joy Ellis depicted the relationship between all of the characters was so sincere and beautiful and honest that it made me, I want to buy my own copy and annotate the heck out of that, because I love that story. I loved it so much. I wouldn't recommend it to everybody because it does have an element that I think some people would be like, what? I don't understand. But for me, it was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. It's maybe, I can't remember if I put it as a 5-star or 4-star. 5-star. I rated it a 5-star. So that was the first book that I read of the month. And then we have Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. This is a 3-star. It was... I'm getting annoyed just because, let me put it this way. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe has more spice than pumpkin in it. Yeah, and I was not prepared for that, and I didn't want that. I wanted this to be like a cozy romance that wasn't focused on that aspect of romance, but I understand why it works for some people. It didn't work for me. I might buy the other books, I don't know. I just, the start of, like, the first third of the book was so cozy and so sweet and giggly and fun, and I wanted to keep that up, and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be perfect. This is gonna be like the same feels that I got from like well, similar feels that I got from Legends and Lattes and the Cutthroat Cafe, but it just, the fact that there was spice in this and that it focused just a little bit too much on it made it go down to a 3-star. But it's still a good book, it's still a good book, and if you like that kind of thing then you will really love this. I am deciding whether or not to sell my copy on eBay, so you might want to keep your eye out for that. Even though it is such a gorgeous edition, I don't know what to do. I'm still undecided, but I read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe and it is 3 stars. The annoying thing about the new pills I'm on is that it makes me out of breath, even though I'm just sitting down and I'm just talking, so that is annoying. Please forgive me for that. What the heck? Oh. I'm hallucinating. Right, okay. I only read like the first page, the first like 2 pages of this. I just wanted to pick it up, try something new, annotate it, just for fun. And I can't really say much except I read the first couple pages of this and it's okay. I can't complain so far. It definitely gave like a cozy type of feel to the first couple pages, which I am excited about. So I am looking forward to reading more of this actually. This is The Keys to the Street by Ruth Rendell. It's a very unique book and I don't quite know what to expect, to be honest, but I am excited to see how this turns out. And I am rereading, where am I on this? Okay, I am rereading My Grandmother Sends Her Regards and Apologises. This is a 5-star book for me. I'm up to page 24. I am really enjoying this. I had to end up putting this down though because I had a beta reader job, which I did, and that book was very good, so that's another book that I have read this month. And that was a very enjoyable experience for me. I do feel like my health is becoming a bit of a hindrance to that side of my work right now because I am still adjusting to medication, but I'm still going to keep working. I'm still going to slowly keep at it and people will just have to take me as I come and know that I'm trying my best. I'm going to keep reading this again into the month of January and I can't wait. And of course, you know, still reading The Enigma by Alan Turing, The Enigma by Andrew Hodges. My progress with this is that I'm now up to page 188, so I think I've done maybe like 6 pages since I last updated you. It's not much, but you know the gist of this. I'm still loving it, still enjoying it, and I think we should do a video where I try and get like 100 pages of this done so that I can really, you know, just crack on, carry on and get into it, and at the same time trying not to rush myself too much. You know the gist. I still love this book and I still recommend it to everybody, with it being a non-fiction. It's brilliant. And I also started Charles Dickens by Michael Slater. Straight away, the impression I have got of Charles Dickens is that he was a very peculiar man. He takes a lot of people's breath away. And that's the impression that I get of him so far as a person. I have read, I'm on specifically page 2, but I did annotate the preface. This is what we're looking like so far. I'm loving it, loving the book, and of course I'm going to keep reading it. I can't wait. I love all of this so much, and I really hope that my pace isn't deterring you from like watching my videos, but I'm just taking you along and I can only I can only do my best, you know, only do my best. And now I'm halfway through both of these books, so all in all I think I have read something like total 6 books this month. I will try and like round it out in my head, and I also had a DNF which I will get into, but I will finish this little pile first. Going Home by Harriet Evans. This could be like a 4. It's definitely sitting at a 4-star for me right now. It could be a 5-star, but I am not sure just yet. But it's so fun and it's so light-hearted, and this is the perfect wind down type of book. And I've said before, it reads like a Marianne Keyes book, so if you love her books then you will love this. It's just brilliant, it's fantastic, it's made me laugh, and I really love it so far. It's nice and cozy and it's relatable. The main character is very relatable. The main character is called Lizzie, and she goes home for Christmas basically after a difficult breakup, and she ends up running into her ex during the Christmas break when she goes home, and things don't turn out so well, but the family dynamic is so funny, and that's why it reminds me of a Marianne Keyes book, because all the characters are constantly taking the mick of each other, and it's very cozy, and you can really relate to the main character Lizzie in that she doesn't always know what she's doing with her life, and she just wants to be appreciated and she wants people to be patient with her, and I really like that about this book, so I can't wait to finish this. And now of course we have The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I'm halfway through this book. I'm on page, where are we? 282. So roughly halfway. Again, I do really want to finish this. I'm not feeling it just yet. I think I'm more likely to finish Going Home and My Grandmother Sends Her Regards in January more so than this, so I might put this like on the back burner. And I haven't read anything of Earthsea this month, so that's also something that I want to do. I'm going to just arrange my books, and then I'm going to check my list and see if there's any other bits of literature that I have missed that I wanted to talk about. I do have a system, by the way, so these are my books, basically my TBR. This is my TBR, this is my non-fiction pile, and these are the books that I have read. Yeah, that's the system. The other audiobook that I am currently listening to and have almost finished is The Mystery of the Clockwork Sparrow by Katherine, I think the pen name is Woodfire, or it's Woodfine, I think it's Woodfire by the sounds of things. And that book is really good. It's a lovely cozy mystery set in like a Victorian era. It's so atmospheric and elegant in the way it depicts a luxury department store back in the day, like the smell of perfume and expensive clothes as you walk through, and then bam, you've got the mystery of the Clockwork Sparrow. So if you like what I've just said, definitely listen to the audiobook or buy the book yourself, because it's so good so far. It could be a 5-star, it might just be like a 3-star, I don't know, but so far I have no bad things to say about it at all. I do really like it. However, saving the worst to last, I DNF'd The Little Friend by Donna Tartt. I didn't think I would ever DNF a book by her, but the way she wrote the main character in the opening pages of The Little Friend was so... the main character was so sour and depressed, and then it threw in elements of blasphemy, which I'm not necessarily comfortable reading, and at that point I was like, I can't keep reading this because this is not right for my state of mind right now, so I've put it down. I don't think I'm going to pick it up because the overall tone of the writing was very different from that of The Secret History and The Goldfinch, which is the only work that I have read of hers. I don't think she's written anything else. She must have done though. But yeah, that's that. DNF'd that book, but she's still one of my favourite writers by far. So now that we've spoken about things that I have read during December, how the overall month went in general, it was slow but progressive, I will say that for sure. And I'll calculate how many full books I read and like half pages. It would be great if I could do statistics, but I honestly can't be bothered to do that for you, I'm sorry. I read 4 full books, including the beta read. Overall, I consider that a success. It doesn't matter how much you read, the important thing is that you take in the time and that you try and learn from the words on the page. Yeah, so that's that. What I'm going to do now is, because my energy is crashing big time right now, I'm going to do some bullet journaling. I'm going to kind of reset my bullet journal for January, do some weekly spreads, take you along with me, and we will see what the month of January looks like. And I am so excited for the new year, so excited to see what it will bring, and yeah, let's get into that. It's the next day, and something else I wanted to show you was I did a little bit more work on my bullet journal. Please excuse my nail varnish, I need to take that off. But I did my library for the year, and this is the first library sketch I've done. I need to colour it in. So classic windows. I've done 2, so basically that means there's a less amount of books that I need to do. I've done 82 books for my goal for next year. I did the maths on my hand, and I think that's reasonable, so hopefully I'll be able to achieve that goal of 82 books. I'm going to colour it in and I will show you the results in a minute. And after some considerable time, I have finished colouring in my library. I love it, I think it's so sweet, and I did the dark blue for the sky instead of black. Got my candle going here, I got Katie on the screen of course, and yeah, I really love how this has turned out, and hopefully I will be able to fill in some books
pretty soon.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you've made it to the end, please subscribe because I would love to see you again, and be sure to stay tuned for bookish vlogs and academic bookish vlogs coming very soon. I love you millions, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!